In recovery, we don't have problems over here. All we have is challenges and opportunities. Opportunities to grow, opportunity to expand ourselves, to evolve, opportunities to help other people. In recovery, we don't have problems. Okay. See, we learn things over here, man. One thing that we learn over here in recovery, we have to be careful what we tell ourselves, and we have to pay attention to the words that we use, man. A lot of people think life is a problem, all because, the way they was raised or how things turned out for them. So they look at life consciously or unconsciously as this big problem, man, right? But life, from what I understand life, right? My understanding of life, that my God, my understanding gave me life, right? I had no say so in who was my father's going to be. I had no say so in the race, my nationality, nothing. I had no say so what community I was going to be raised in or born in. I had no say so in it, but I believe that God gave me life. Now, the God that I serve, if he gave me life, how can life be a problem? Right? Now you got to realize I done some work over here, right? I done some work over here. One thing we do, we change our perspective over here. See, before recovery, everything was done. I did everything based on my perception. But in recovery, we learn how to change our perspective. And one thing we do, we look at challenges, right, as an opportunity to learn and grow. Now, the disease of addiction, I'm talking about my mind, man. The disease of addiction is an enemy of life. He's an enemy of life. God breathed life into me, right? And the disease of addiction is an enemy of life. Some of y'all might think, well, how can your disease, how can your thinking be an enemy of life? Because it all started a long time ago, yeah. Long time ago, man. I was a little kid, man, right? I was a little kid and I grew up in the hood, man, and I seen some things, man, and things had began to become unbearable, right? I grew up without a father, so I told myself, evidently, I must not be a good person if my father not around. Listen what I'm saying, man, right? I don't know nothing about why my father wasn't around. But see, I told myself that I must not be a good person. That's a lie. So I build this fantasy, man, right? But I build this fantasy, man, right? Because I want to be able to live and enjoy life. I didn't understand God. I didn't understand my situation. So I told myself some things. In other words, I deceived myself. I lied to myself. I'm recovering from the lies that I tell myself. I'm recovering from what? Looking at life as a problem. Now, y'all might say, well, where you get all this stuff from, bro? Now, I'm gonna tell you where it come from. Every challenge that I have, as I look back in my life, every challenge that I had, every opportunity that life showed up, and I did not like it. Right. Told y'all last time, man, 99.9% of my problems come from things not going my way, me not getting what I want, or me getting what I don't want. In other words, the whole world's supposed to revolve around me. Everything's supposed to revolve around me. My kids need to act the way I want them to act. My boss need to boss the way I want him to act. The news need to go the way I want it to go. People need to drive the way I want it to go. Y'all see where I'm going with this. Everything revolves around me. Why? Because I'm insecure and I suffer from low self-esteem. I suffer from low worth. I suffer from self-hatred. Drugs ain't nothing but a symptom of what I'm recovering from. See, I'm recovering from, man, not wanting to feel uncomfortable. When I get an uncomfortable feeling, anger, sad, despair, anxiety, worry, all these things that life comes at me, man, I begin to get these feelings, man. But listen, life is not the problem. It's what I tell myself. And what I tell myself, my feelings follow. So now, because I have been told a long time ago, Vernon, that you are a man and men don't feel. So in my mind, I was created in my mind. I discovered, right, and I told myself, right, and my community told me that men don't feel. So feelings is a part of my human nature that I had to suppress and I had to not to accept. So anytime I get a feeling, my mind say that is bad, Vernon. It's an emergency. It's a crisis. You need to do something about this negative feeling, and you need to do it now. And guess what caused it, Vernon? Life caused it, and it's a problem. Just because I feel uncomfortable, I have a mind, a disease that tell me it's an emergency. But looking back on my life and all the problems that I used to think that I had, when I look back on it, two things I know: that God was always in control. And the second thing that I learned is that I grew from it. I learned from it. So now I got this track record from elementary to from junior high, from my first marriage to being out there on strung out on drugs, right? From fighting in the hood, from being homeless, from sleeping on the air mattress with no air. Everything that I have been through in life has been a learning opportunity. So now in recovery, we get a better perspective on life. Told y'all before recovery, what I used to judge everything on perception. Perception is based on what I think about it. Just me, right? All right. I don't care what it is, man. I look at something, I tell myself this is what it is because it's a certain feeling. It's my experience, it's all about me. So that's my perception. But guess what? Life ain't always based on your perception. I tell y'all all the time, feelings aren't always facts. Just because you feel something, that don't mean it's a fact, bruh. So now in recovery, we learn to look at things differently and we get a better perspective on our life. So when a challenge comes, when life shows up, we get a feeling. We still get feelings over here, but guess what? We learn not to run from them. We learn not to justify, right? Try to escape, man. Remember, using drugs is just another way to escape, right? Gambling, escape. Pornography, escape, right? Because we have told ourselves, let me talk about me. I have told myself whenever I get a feeling, I can't handle this. I need to escape from this feeling. But in recovery, we learn how to feel and deal, right? What I mean by that, yeah. Here's what I'm saying. We learn to feel and deal. We learn to sit with our feeling. Say, feelings don't cause people to commit a crime, right? Feelings don't cause people to use drugs, right? Feelings don't kill people. Only thing a negative feeling would do to you, as far as health wise, is that if you keep holding it in, now you get all these stomach problems and tension headaches and all those things. So we learn in recovery to feel and deal and to let them go, and what, in a positive way. In recovery, we don't have problems, bruh. We learn to feel and deal. So if I get a negative feeling, right, first thing I do, I don't do nothing. I just feel it, right? Just feel it. Okay, boom. I'm feeling. I'm jealous, or I'm worried, or I'm sad. Whatever it is, I call somebody. Yo, man, what's going on, V? Man, I'm feeling like this, right? Or I can write about it. Or I can pray about it. Or I can go to the woods and walk through the park. Listen to what I'm saying. Or I can go work out, pump some iron. You learn positive ways to deal with negative feelings. Okay? We don't have problems over here. Now, when we look at the situation, whatever it is, whether it's work, whether it's our finances, whether they repossessed our car, whatever didn't happen, man, that caused me have this feeling. Now we sit back, we look at it, and we look at our role in it. Majority of the time, we have roles in these problems, man. We can't keep sitting up there talking about, they done took my car, man. Okay, they took your car. Why did they take your car, dude? Could it be that you stopped paying them? Could it be that you got a bright idea that you told these people that you was going to pay this monthly payment, right? But you didn't know you had this disease addiction, right? So you didn't know this. So you thought you just had a drug problem. So when you got this car, you ride around recovery and ride around the city, and you think you all, big boy style, and all of a sudden the car broke down on you. Huh? Irrational thinking. That's what we're recovering from. So now your car breaks down and you look at it and you still got a car note. Y'all know where I'm going with this, but your car broke down, right? So now instead of calling somebody in recovery, instead of calling your sponsor, instead of telling them yourself, I told y'all it's hard to recover if you don't know how to tell on yourself, right? So instead of calling somebody and saying, man, I'm thinking about not paying this car note because to me it makes more sense to get it fixed. What you do? You don't tell nobody. So what you do? You don't pay them, right? So you go get it fixed. Now they calling you because they told you. They said, look, bro, if you don't pay us this money, man, each month, we gonna holler at you, right? But now you getting an attitude, right? Now you going to your childhood victim mode. Come on, man. Now you're a victim. Now you're cussing them out over some stuff that you told them that you was gonna pay them the money, right? You told them you're gonna pay them. Now they following up on what they said. They say if you don't pay us, we're gonna holler at you. So they hollering at you. Now you get mad. Now you hollering at the bill collector over something that you caused, man. We cause our own problems over here because we learn in recovery to be responsible for ourselves. Bruh, ain't nobody gonna take care of you. Your sponsor ain't gonna take care of you. Your pastor ain't gonna take care of you, bruh. Your wife, her job is not to mother you, bruh. You have to know how to love yourself over here. One way we learn to love ourselves, we take care of ourselves, and we learn how to deal with challenges in a healthy way.